Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see by the team, we are using Final and Subaru. Yeah, I know, I've seen a lot of complaints though, like recently, because of the last video. Bro, the people in the trading server, oh my days, they're so pissed at me. But I think Subaru's value increased like a shit ton because of me. But it is what it is, you know, what can you say? And yeah, we're using him again today. He's quite useful, especially because of how well he synergizes with Finon, and of course the return to zero, giving you basically 80% of the yen you spent back. So it's just very nice for like in a tournament sense here, especially on a map with a weak yen, like Double Dungeon. Gives you a lot of your yen back, which helps you a lot. You can see by the team and setup, we are running this team: Yama, Finon, Ichigo, Subaru, Uma, and Hibana. What's kind of sad is Curse is banned, so no Gojo and Sukuna. And since the buffed unit is flipping Aizen, and we are using Ichigo 9 times out of 10, I doubt we are gonna ever see flipping Gojo vs Sukuna ever in a tournament. But you never know what happens. So hopefully we get to see that in like 3 weeks. But what is it? Yeah, 2 weeks maybe even 3 weeks. But yeah, hopefully we get to see them. And yeah, this is the team I'm running. And let me just run you guys through the familiars and equips. So let's just save it for this slot. So we're running this on Vanguard Familiar, his own Memorial. If you have Contagious, you can run that. I just have a Divinity because I pulled that first. And final, I'm running this Burb right here. Plus Deadeye on his own Memorial. And then Ichigo with Divinity, of course on his Memorial. And of course this Familiar for him. Then for Subaru, I'm running a Fu plus Enthusiast Walk with Jack of All. You could, if you have a Shoko with a Jack of All, I would say run that on him instead, because it's going to give him 2 free upgrades plus make him cheaper as well. I didn't really roll on my Shoko, so that's why I didn't use it, but I would say the best not even the best replacement, the better alternative on what you should be using is Shoko with a Jack of All. And then for Umai, we're running the Beast King with Divinity plus this Burb right here, and for Hibana, Contagious DOT Amplifier plus of course Fans of Flames. And where you get this is by doing portals, and then when you get a secret portal, you have like a 15% chance to get it, something like that. But yeah, anyways, let's just get into the run. Good luck with the runs. Alright, so what's nice about this tournament? It's very chill in terms of like you're not really doing much, if that makes sense. Like, you can chill a lot. Like, as long as you get your placements right and you're just in your Uma stats, there's not really much micromanagement in this tournament because there's no stallers. You just want to get Ichigo down early as well, up there. But yeah, what's nice about, of course, this tournament is Yamamoto summons make it very easy for him to, like, of course, do a lot of damage, and it just makes the run a lot easier. And of course, Uma, once you get her up, she's gonna be carrying so hard. And yeah, fine on doing that full map nuke, plus also applying destruction to them makes things a lot easier. It means that Yamamoto can do damage, because as you guys do know, when destruction is on an enemy, it makes it so they can be bypassed for 70% of their damage reduction. And as you do know, full AoE units, of course, struggle a lot when versing resilience units, or resilience enemies. So yeah, it's pretty nice. But yeah, try follow my Hibana placements. You can see there's one near the skeletons at the front, one right there. And we can placing the Hibanas in 3 areas, so like just making sure we can cover as much areas with the tree. And you're gonna be placing your Fine on like this little corner right here, because once you set him to last, it will legit be hitting that whole line. and making sure each enemy is applied to destruction, which is the most important thing. And yeah, that's where your other Hibana goes, right in that corner. And then the other one goes right in the middle. But yeah, you can see the way we have our Hibana's placed. They make sure they cover a lot of range with the trees. And what's nice about, of course, Hibana's Vanguards Familiar, it just gives it a lot of range of placement. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be asking, why is Subaru even used? It's because he's got, of course, giving 4 stacks to our Finon. Plus, he's also going to be pretty much just refunding 80% of yen, which is very nice. I will speak again once I actually need to speak, when I need to actually speak. But you can really see that I have my Yamamoto on auto upgrade. Once he is maxed, my next auto upgrade unit will just be Finon. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say for now. And yeah, as you guys can see, this boss should get pretty much obliterated. I would say in this run, yeah, your Finon is doing the most. I mean, Uma's doing the most damage, like 140 billion. Finon's doing 100 billion. Your each Hibana is doing like 10 to 15 billion each. Your Yamamoto should be doing around 60 billion, and that's pretty much it. So you can see that there's a lot of damage coming from all the main units. Ichigo's not really doing much because we can't even get enough yen to max him, and he's gonna be just our support, just to pull enemies from the end to the front. That's all he really is there for. And ideally, I didn't want to use Ichigo because I wanted to like kind of like manipulate things in a way where um Cosmic won't get banned next week. That we can use Gojo vs Sukuna, but it won't really happen. So yeah, I don't think we'll see Gojo vs Sukuna in a tournament for a long while. And I don't know how long that will be. It could be 3 weeks, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 5 weeks, it could be so long, man. Because next week, yeah, next tournament, Ainz is guaranteed to be used, and Ainz is like a permanent tournament unit, so he will just get cursed banned because you use Ainz and Albedo together, so that's two cursed units right there. And then when it comes to this week, there's that Aizen, the new Aizen, plus Ichigo, that's Cosmic there, and then the week after, Ichigo's gonna be used again, so it's like, will we ever see a time where Cosmic and Curse is never banned? I don't know, man. It's just kind of cooked. But yeah, at this point, this is where things get interesting and you have to actually focus. You have to be manually doing your Uma stats. I mean, upgrades a few here and there. So you can see once I get fine onto this upgrade, I'm going to put some upgrades into Uma. And you can see at this point, right here, I do use my, what's the name? Thingy ability. Yeah, Mortal's ability. And yeah, as you can see, I put some yen into my Uma just to get her to like 1 more damage. And it does help slightly, even though it's not much, it does help. And yeah, you can see this boss, he'll be getting dealt with by all those built-up summons that we did have back there. So you can see they just obliterate him. And yeah, we just got these summons non-stop pouring in. And yeah, at this point, finance should be maxed, and your last bit of yen is going into your Uma. And once Uma is maxed, you're gonna put your yen into Subaru, use his ability, and then your yen goes straight into Ichigo. It won't get Ichigo that far, but it's just nice to get a bit of extra damage for, of course, the wave 40 mobs. Because you'll be dying to the wave 40 mobs. And yeah, as you guys can see, once your is maxed, it bridges a big gap between the summons and of course the mobs. You want this gap to sustain, and you want a lot of mobs at the back. I mean, a lot of summons at the back, because as long as you have a lot of summons, your mortals are outputting a lot of damage. As long as your mortals are outputting a lot of damage, your Uma summons, I mean not your Uma, your Hibana is outputting a lot of damage. It just adds up, you know. You want all things to work together. That's how it works. And yeah, one thing that's annoying about this Axe statue, you can see he's gonna be stunning all your units, and it is quite frustrating. But once he does one stun, he can't really stun you again, so it's fine. In terms of not being able to stun you again, I mean Yamamoto, that's the main unit. As long as he doesn't stun your Yamamoto again, you're fine. And these guys at the front will be slowly dying, they'll eat up a few of his summons, but it's fine. As long as your the Axe statue eats up a lot of the other summons, you're able to kill him off. And if he gets in between a lot of them, you can just explode them for, of course, a lot of nuke damage, but it's not really worth doing, because you should just die off. And this is where ideally you wanna... I don't know if it's luck, I mean I guess it could be a bit of luck, because as you guys do know, Hibana's gonna have like 45% crit chance, so it's not really as high as you want it to be. So she could just be deciding which enemies live and which enemies die. And if Hibana locks in, you can pretty much get a lot more summons to build back up. Once the summons do build back up, it makes things a lot easier, because of course having more summons means your base damage is a lot higher. And yeah, what as I was saying, once your base damage is a lot higher, it means that Hibana can of course do more damage. And of course having more skeletons just helps you a lot, because yeah, it just means that these leaks right now are going to be dying a lot easier. But yeah, at this point, it's just about surviving, and there's not much you can do for it. You just wait and you just let the summons kill you, and of course, I mean not the summons, the enemies kill you, and then and then Ichigo revives and pulls them back. And yeah, here you could just nuke the summons, but it doesn't really do much. And yeah, Ichigo will pull them back. And yeah, once Ichigo pulls them back, you of course can turn his VFX off if you want, but he's not really going to be doing much damage. There's not much you can do for it. And yeah, here it's just about surviving, that's all it is. So once you reach like wave 51, you're gonna turn auto skip waves off, and yeah, that's all you do. So yeah, once auto skip waves is off, you just wait and click yes as you're about to die. But that's pretty much it for the strat. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next one. Peace.